72. Mara, lord of demons, can catch a Shravaka even when he is deeply engaged in meditation in the forest. However, heretics and Mara cannot detect a bodhisattva, even though he wanders freely through all quarters of this mundane world. Commentary. A Shravaka, voice hearer, believes that true practice means meditating in stillness and quietude. Because of even this much attachment to something, his mind moves, and whenever mind moves, demons can see it. On the contrary, a bodhisattva is one awakened to the truth that true nature is fundamentally empty and still, just as it is. So a bodhisattva leaves no traces of any kind. Therefore, the heretics and Mara cannot see anything about the bodhisattva. This teaching clarifies the differences between the path of the two vehicles and the path of the bodhisattva. Gatha. Flower petals drift freely onto the path, following the wind, but a house appears gloomy when cloaked in falling rain. 73. In the hour of your death, simply perceive. The 5 skandhas are intrinsically empty. The 4 elements composing this body have no eye. Our true nature has no mark, no shape or form, and does not come or go, appear or disappear. When your body was born, true nature is not born, and when you die, true nature does not die. Perfectly quiescent and still, mind and objects are not two things. If you can attain to this realization, in an instant, you are no longer bound or deceived by cause and effect in the 3 worlds of desire, form, and formlessness. Such a one can truly be called free, one who has really transcended the world and all that. Though the Buddha appears, this person is not excited. When even hell appears, he is not fearful in the least. Attaining no mind, you and the whole universe are never separate. This is a very important thing to realize. Every day of your life, you unknowingly sow seeds of karma, and the fruit appears at death. Whoever does not open their eyes and look closely at this is indeed foolish in the extreme. Commentary. People suddenly become interested in getting close to the Buddha through practice after growing old and feeling the approach of death. Gatha. This very moment is the time to make an effort, because 100 years pass by in the twinkling of an eye. 74. If in the hour of your death you make even the slightest distinction between the enlightened and unenlightened, holy or unholy people, you will be inexorably pulled into your next rebirth through the womb of a donkey or a horse, or stuffed into an iron furnace raging in hell, or become an ant or a mosquito. Commentary. Zen Master Pai Yun once said, "And even if you do not make the slightest distinction between the enlightened and the unenlightened, you may still fall into your next rebirth through the womb of a donkey or a horse. If any 2 opposite views pass through your mind, even as remote possibilities, you still run the risk of entering one of the various lower rebirths." Gatha. A great fire rages all around, yet still the gem-encrusted sword glints. Capping word. These 2 verses in particular express the great patriarchal gate through which people are urged to attain liberation simply by realizing their not knowing mind, the mind before any thinking arises. Such teachings are an expedient means for closing off the usual gates through which many people strive to travel, namely such practices as the gate of chanting to Amita Buddha just for the purpose of obtaining rebirth in some paradise. At the same time, we can say that the 2 gates do not contradict each other. People's capacities differ, and their purposes and aims in life are different. So therefore, many expedient means are available. I merely hope that those who would practice this Dharma do their very best according to their particular condition and situation. Please do not risk the possibility that doubts or regrets may arise in the last moments of your life.